Are you changing because you had been caught, or did you change because it was time to change?
I think both.
Okay.
I feel like two things can be right at the same time.
And one can be the catalyst for the other.
Yeah.
Being caught
absolutely.
can make you feel like, you know what the hell?
And I'll go back to the beginning, right? I think my thought process, people always ask me this. What was I thinking in that season when all of that was going on?
The being caught or the...
No, the cheating part, the having an affair part. And truly, I wasn't thinking. And if I was thinking at all, and it sounds crazy, right? When you say
not
these
really,
things.
not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Because if you ask most guys, right? Not to excuse
they come
anyone.
with all sorts of reasons. But really, they'll say, babe...
Yeah, do you know that was what pained me the most?
It's like
he had no reason.
Unfiltered.
So welcome to another episode of PF Unfiltered. I'm trying to copy those guys. Those guys, they say, this is what... The last guy that was here, what's that guy's name again? I don't remember his name. What's his name? That guy, not Tunde, the other guy, the new guy that doesn't talk much. Kenneth! Kenneth is my guy, by the way. I'm just messing around. Wow. Kenneth goes, welcome to another episode of PF Unfiltered. I'm like, welcome to another episode of PF Unfiltered. My name is Femi Omotayo, and I am PF in PF Unfiltered. Today, we've got two amazing people with us who I believe have a lot to share with us. Yeah? I'll let them introduce themselves because I don't want to embarrass them.
Oh, wow.
We go right to it.
Go right to it.
Yep, we're jumping in. Ladies first, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's how we do it here.
I was going to.
Ladies first. Calm yourself down.
Okay. Milady?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Milady.
That is just an example of what's going to happen today.
Hi, guys. My name is Tosin LA, and this is my husband.
Sanmi LA?
Yes.
What does LA stand for?
Los Angeles.
Wow.
We own all of LA.
All of it.
Yeah, we own all of it.
All of it.
No, for real though.
Just kidding. Last name is Laja-Akintayo.
How did it become LA?
That's a good question.
I'm really curious.
I think it was our compromise, not on purpose, but our compromise. I remember when I first met him and I found out he had a hyphenated last name. It's really cool where we're from in Nigeria, but here it's not really that cool. People are like, why? And so
I'm from here, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. And I'm like, when we get married, can we shorten it? Can we pick like the family name?
Okay.
Because the Laja is his father's first name and Akintayo is the family name. And I think they wanted to separate their own boys, and they have 4 boys. So I was like, can we go back to just Akintayo? We're going to have our own kids. That's a long name.
And I said no.
Right.
I'm still asking. Anyways, I'm still asking. Anyways, I think over time, one of our friends started calling me actually LA.
So, yeah.
That's what he just called me. And then over time it stuck and our kids found it easier. So we're LA.
Because for me, right, LA describes your character, your personality.
Very Hollywoody.
How?
She's very exuberant.
Oh,
okay.
Exuberant.
Tosin should either be Tosin LA or Tosin Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I've never met somebody whose last name fits like Tosin.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Tosin.
So are you saying Sanmi
Hollywood.
LA doesn't fit my
Sanmi LA is kind of like the husband of Tosin LA.
I'll take it. I don't mind.
Hey. Being called the husband of Tosin LA is not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
You know what? You guys, my head is getting big.
Try and put your head in check, please.
Oh, man.
Respect yourself. Calm yourself down. So how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? Do you want to tell it? Because you're better at making it succinct.
So I've been known to be a terrible storyteller.
Oh, man.
But I will try. I will try my version. We met at a picnic that a friend of mine put together.
No, I don't believe that.
No, honestly.
Picnic?
Honestly was.
What kind of picnic? So do you say picnic or freaknik? And the whole thing has fallen apart. No, the cord is unplugged. See, this is why
we're doing this. He was telling you to bring it up.
Down? Like this. Oh, okay.
You got to put that thing
back. So I
back.
have to put that thing back in.
Are you sure? Okay.
Are you sure?
He said,
Okay.
don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Where were we? We're starting.
He was telling us that you guys met at a freaknik.
Oh. PF, what did you hear?
That's how you see. I'm shocked.
No, not a Freaknik, a picnic.
Okay.
There was
Okay.
supposed to be a birthday party
I was.
that was put
I
together
was-
by a friend of mine,
Okay.
and it turned into a picnic.
I'm sorry, it turned into.
a picnic.
Okay.
Like outdoor with food and
Yeah.
people.
Gotcha.
At a
During-
park.
On a summer day.
Yes.
Picnic.
Okay. Continue, please.
Yes. So Tosin walked in. Sorry, I walked in, and Tosin was already there before we got there. Meanwhile, there was a conversation that I was having with a buddy of mine in the car, and he was having a conversation with Tosin. He was the one who invited Tosin, and so I had said some things in the car that weren't too kind
About Tosin.
about
About the
her,
conversation.
about the conversation that he was having. So essentially, he was begging her to show up at this party. So you know how you're sitting in a car, I'm driving, my boy is next to me, and he's just begging this girl.
Do you know the guy who was begging?
I had no idea. I've never met her. He's just talking and begging, please come.
Who's the guy?
She's telling him,
Who's that guy?
wonderful guy.
Amazing guy.
He lives in
I know him.
He was just no. He lives in Nigeria now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
we
I know
were
the guy.
kids. We were in,
We
we
were
were
kids
in college.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the guy.
Yeah, he was just my friend.
I know the guy.
So yeah, he was literally begging her. I know what they were talking about because she was talking about not knowing what to wear. It's gonna be a long drive, and this guy was just
Begging.
so I got fed up, and I yelled at him. I'm like, guy, leave her alone. If she doesn't want to come, she doesn't want to come. Why are you? She heard what I said,
Yeah.
and I think that was the actual reason.
And I was
she
like, "You're a rude
actually gonna be
friend,"
there.
and because of what he said, I'll come.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know how, like, on social media, you see this thing where they say, in 2025, you're going to meet this guy at a place. No, your friend is going to invite you to a place. This is my version. In 2003, your friend is going to invite you to a picnic. You're not going to want to go, but please go because that's the day you're going to meet your husband.
Mm.
Oh, that is so
That's
sweet.
my version of that.
That's interesting.
Why
you
are
guys
you
met-
the way you
No,
are?
I'm just. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't interesting. It was interesting. So you guys met at the picnic.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
we
And
did.
so what happened? You just started talking.
No. Oh,
Oh.
do you really want like
No, I
details?
want to know because I want to.
Okay,
Oh, they
you
want
know what?
deets.
No,
Then
no,
let-
no, no, no.
You want him to
I
tell
don't
him
want to know how.
how we met.
Yes.
Right,
Okay.
Because now 12 are in the picnic.
Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the picnic and the boys were not there. It was just a bunch of girls. There was one particular girl that was extremely nice to me, so I noticed her, left that. And then when the guys showed up, they're all a group of friends. I was new. I was the one person that wasn't part of that friend group. I was his friend. So when the guys showed up, he's introducing me to all the guys.
Mm.
And Sami was the last guy in the lineup.
Right.
All of them, hi, no big deal. It gets to him and I put on my hand to shake his hand like I had done with every other guy. And he like doesn't put out his hand. Instead, he tries to go in for a hug. He's like,
You are forward though.
he goes, I
I'm
don't
not
shake
forward, I'm
girls.
confident.
That was what he said. He said, I don't shake girls. And I was like, okay. So I gave him a church hug.
Why wasn't that the red flag though?
It wasn't a red flag. Well, okay, let me put it this way.
If somebody says I don't shake girls, right? That means that they're very, smooth.
PF, you know, red flag didn't really exist
Necessarily.
the way it exists. Yes, it didn't really exist like broadly the way it exists now.
So the absence of this hype about red flags
Mhm.
gave you the space to look beyond.
Absolutely.
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 Are you people hearing? Red flag.
I mean, I'm not saying red flags are not good or
Red
they're
flags have
good.
become, okay, let's not talk about it.
We've hyped it. Yeah, we've pushed
We
it.
have
But anyways, to me, it was he's pretty confident. And of all the guys, he was actually the smallest. And I use the word smallest on purpose. He wasn't just shorter than them. He was smaller than them. And I was like, small guy, but big personality. And I thought, okay, interesting. Moved on from that. And then the same guy who invited me was like, Tosin, remember I've been trying to tell you that there's this guy that can dance. I used to dance. That can dance like you, like the male version of you. He's here. And then he points again, same guy. He's like, y'all need to dance. And they start pitching
I
us
used to dance
together.
back in the days too. I
We
know
both
Pia,
used
you
to
can't
dance.
believe it.
No,
But,
I know you dance.
oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Just in case you didn't.
Yeah,
no,
they
no, no.
started pitching us together. We danced together. And when we started dancing was when I realized, okay, there's something even more special about this guy. I used to be a little bit on the slightly delusional side when I was younger. I used to feel like I was going to marry a guy who could sing and dance because those are my two favorite
Somebody
things.
can sing.
No, he cannot. But he fooled me. But he
Suave.
fooled
If I
me.
had to sing to save my life, just
Let go.
go and let go. Yeah.
Let go and let
Yeah.
God.
Just put me away.
So how do you guys get from that dance
Mm.
to where we are today? 2 children, 2 lovely kids.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you guys get there?
It's God's grace.
Yeah, that's what we
Honestly.
always say.
God's grace, because there's been a lot of things along the way.
Okay.
We got married quite early,
Mhm.
What's early?
23.
Who was 23?
Both
Both
of
of
us.
us.
Wow.
Yeah, both of us are the same age.
My daughter is 24.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So last year for Diamond
So
Series.
can you imagine last year for Diamond Series?
Yeah,
While
she
she
called
was
me
still in
this
college,
evening.
by the way.
She called me this evening to ask me the faucet in her bathtub was not working.
Okay.
Mhm.
And she called me to ask me if that was an emergency enough.
Oh.
If that qualified as an emergency.
Oh yeah.
Lord
Whether
have
she should
mercy.
call the... I'm like, really?
To call the apartment.
So I can't imagine them coming
maintenance.
to tell me now.
Yeah. But you also know that the background that we had,
It's
I
a
think
little different.
we're exposed to a lot of things quite early. So I think
And I didn't have the option of a dad to call for things.
Yeah.
If I had, I probably would still be that kind of a 23-year-old. But because I was,
You had to grow fast.
I grew up fast.
yeah.
Okay, so you were not 23,
Not the
23. You were like
typical-
28, 23.
In the head. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Not him, or maybe me.
You.
Really?
Yeah. Because if we weigh it, I always say that. I feel like, I mean, I don't always say this. This is a general thing. Like women technically
I'm
are
sorry,
more.
what? I'm sorry, what?
Women
No.
are young. Yes.
Does that make it true?
When we're younger, you
Women-
can't pitch
women
a
are-
23-year-old guy and a 23-year-old girl together and tell me they're the same
women
level
have
of maturity.
a tendency to be emotionally more aware.
Where?
Okay,
Not-
maybe
not, ma-
okay.
not
Not
mature.
mature.
Okay, all right, then
Yeah.
let's
Aware.
take that.
Yeah, I agree with PF.
So I was
High five.
emotionally more aware. Please put your hands down, Joe. Let's put it that way. I was emotionally more aware.
Okay.
And but when it comes to us getting married, he was actually more sure than I was. That's honestly the truth about that. Is I always tell him, I said, I got married to you because you were sure, because I wasn't.
Mm. Okay. So, how long have you been married now?
We just
20
celebrated
we
our
celebrated
20th
20-year
anniversary in
anniversary, yeah.
September.
She married for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know, right? Can't.
So that thing they say about when you marry young, it fails. It's not true.
In our case, it failed because we
A few times.
made a decision earlier to work at it, right? And I've seen some people who got married around the time that we got married who are no longer together today.
Okay, but it's
So,
not because
It could be true.
it's not inherent that a marriage with 2 young people it's not automatic. Is my
No,
point.
it's not.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Okay, so the difference between your marriage and a lot of marriages you've seen is that the 2 of you made a commitment to walk through it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That is correct.
Give me an example of something you had to walk through that has ended a lot of marriages.
Oh, wow.
Should I go first?
Which one are you going for? The first one?
Actually, you know, I'm married, so I know that it's different for everybody,
Mm,
Yes.
right? So there are times when Sanmi would be walking through things,
yeah.
and Tosin is like, everything is great.
Right.
I think
right?
we've had some pretty...
Yeah. We've had ups and downs.
We've had some
Right.
big ups and I mean some big downs that
Right.
are so significant to both of us.
Right.
So I'm curious to see which one he's
I
gonna
wasn't
pick.
even going to point to any of those.
Oh, really?
To the question of an example, I would say just a mindset, having a growth mindset,
Mm.
I think is key.
What does that mean?
To me, that means that the husband that Tosin married at 23 cannot possibly stand at 40 plus, right?
Mm.
I have to continuously change. I have to continuously evolve just as she's evolving,
Okay.
right? So the consistent growth, I think, is what has kept us together.
Tell me how that growth. Everybody grows. Life
Uh-huh.
life forces you to grow.
Mm.
But how does that growth manifest in marriage? When you say grow, what does that growth mean as a husband?
Has
Hey, give an example. Let me give an example.
Mm.
I think an example might help answer this.
Okay.
In our first, it wasn't our first, it was our second year of being married. By the way, when we got married, we were in college. Like, this is not, we were going to school.
Right.
We lived on campus. I lived on my campus, he lived on his campus.
Okay.
So it was a very interesting start. But in the second year, we actually had a case of infidelity where he stepped out on the marriage. And I found out. It was a very dramatic incident, but I was.
This is the tea right here. This one. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Please tell us more.
I'll take some too.
I'll take some. Tell us some more about this.
I mean, this story is not something that is like new. I feel like we've told it so many times.
Please tell us again.
Okay.
For those at the back, and I'm asking just for a friend. Tell us again.
Yeah, I mean, when we started off, things were okay. We were crazy in love. In fact, we used to make, according to our friends, we made them uncomfortable with the way we loved each other.
You still make us uncomfortable, by the way. Just FYI. But sorry, continue. Sorry, continue.
Okay. But when we had to go to separate schools at one point, and when we did that, I moved on campus in Texas. He moved on campus in Oklahoma. Yeah. Well, he's 24-year-old boy, technically, in college. Young man in college.
Boy.
Yeah. Conveniently not wearing his ring. And at this point, like we said earlier, very confident, very charismatic, can dance. He's in the clubs, of course. He's not like a Jesus boy or anything, by no means. So
Were you a Jesus girl at the time?
I would say that I was, but I wasn't as mature spiritually as I am now.
No,
So
you were a Jesus girl.
So how did you end up
Don't
on
be
the Holy
fooled.
Yoke? I have a lot of questions for you.
Oh,
guys.
yes.
She was a Jesus girl. At least based on
To
where I was
him,
coming
compared
from.
to
you
him.
pretended you were a Jesus boy.
No, he never.
No, I never pretended.
He never did.
Oh no, that
So
I
did you ever
don't
marry
do.
him?
Again, I said he was sure.
Okay. I got you.
You have lots of questions. Which would you like for me to answer
No,
now?
No. Sorry, there's just so much excitement here. There's so much. Okay, let's go back to the 24-year-old man.
Him, not to cut the story too short, but I guess he started dating a girl. Like dating, he wasn't just like he was dating a girl. He got a separate cell phone.
I wouldn't call it dating.
Maybe you were dating.
Wait. It was just like what's that?
No, like it wasn't like he was maybe seeing a girl once in a while.
Wasn't the smash and dash?
No, because we had a family plan on our cell phone.
What's a smash and dash?
Sleep with somebody once and move on.
Oh.
The one night stand.
Oh.
Why
It
you guys
wasn't that.
acting like why are you acting like why is our producer acting like he doesn't use that kind of language?
He doesn't.
He's a
Smash and dash.
producer. Okay, our producer said we should keep going. I'm sorry, I just had to clarify.
So
It was
let
a
me
full-blown affair.
full blown. Let me tell you why
Wow.
I believe this was a full blown affair, because we had a family cell phone plan, right? And you know, in those days with family cell phone plans, they send you your bill with the numbers
Yeah.
that you call.
The
Yeah.
call log.
So he knew that, so he got a separate cell phone,
Wow.
and that separate cell phone was for this girl only,
Okay.
right? So that's a full blown relationship.
Right.
So at this point, when
I'm
this,
so sorry. Can I ask?
of
something?
course.
Can you clarify that? Was that a full-blown relationship? I'm just curious now.
Please don't ask. I'm not here right now.
They don't know for real though.
No, but so far so true.
Okay. All right.
We're- We're way past this,
Wow.
man. Like, for real. There was a time when telling this story, I would cry, but it's 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many years down the line? It's no biggie anymore. We've used it to bless so many people. A lot of lives have been changed with our testimony that, for me now, it's just a funny story.
Yeah.
So funny. So, needless to say, it was actually 2 years in, because we were in the middle of planning our big wedding. I had graduated.
Yeah, because you graduated a year
but
earlier than
you
I
had
did.
already been seeing her anyways by the time I graduated. So I had graduated and I was now in Dallas, and I was living in a house with my mom, and he was in Oklahoma with his final year. He had one more year. So that 1 year of my first year as a nurse, I'm working towards our wedding while he's a student full time in Oklahoma. And you know,
Now you make it even sound worse.
oh man.
You were a
God have
kept
mercy.
man,
He
and you were.
No. I think No, yeah, you were a full-time student at that time.
I was
Yeah,
grinding and working
technically.
and going to school, but,
little
but it doesn't
things.
matter.
It was going to school. It doesn't matter. But then in this season, when he was going to that school, I was comfortable with him going because one of my friends was also going to that same school with him. And it was one of those, you got me, keep an eye on him for me, kind of situation. So, and she was also very good friends with him. Apparently, she had noticed that he had been seeing this girl and she had told him multiple times to quit, but he refused. So finally, she calls me up. And on this day, I'd won my scrubs. I'm going to work. I'm driving on I-30. I'm heading to work. And I'd already told my mom I'm off to work. And then I get a phone call from this friend of mine. She's like, I've been trying not to tell you. It's been going on for so long and I can't keep it anymore. But I mean, somebody's cheating on you. And I promise you, man, PF, on I-30.
I know you know.
I don't know if you know I-30. I exit. I'm heading to work. I exit.
Did you exit stage left or stage right?
Slap him.
Exit stage right. I literally exit and, I pull over because I was like, wait, what? Like, first of all, this is my son. Like the way we were, you would never ever believe it. So I'm like, wait, what? So I pull over and I trust her. I really did trust her. And she starts to give me details. She's like, first of all, he's got a separate cell phone. That's why you've never known. Second of all, when you come into town, because he knows you're coming, he puts up your photos, he wears his ring. But when you're not around, the moment you're gone, the photos come down, he doesn't wear his ring, like he was living single. And so I was like, okay, can you do me a favor? She was like, yeah. And this is where I could be. When I was younger, I was, oh my God. If I tell you some things I did when I was younger, I could be gangster. I could be gangster. So I told her, I said, can you do me a favor? She said, yes. Can you pick me up in Oklahoma if I get on the next flight? And she was like, yes. Now, the school was in Weatherford, which is like an hour from Oklahoma.
An hour out of Oklahoma City.
Out of Oklahoma. But the nearest airport was Oklahoma. So I was like, if you can pick me up, she said, she got me. So I pull over, call my job and tell them some cock and bull story. I'm crying. So it was easy I can't come in. I turn around, I head straight home. I get home. My mom's like, didn't you just get dressed to go to? Is everything okay? My eyes are red. So she's cute. Again, we're planning a wedding.
Yeah.
This was like around November-ish. The wedding was June the next year.
Right.
So invitations are out.
Right.
Everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it's on everybody, we're good. So I'm like, I try to play it off my mom without telling her. I just was like, I got to go to Oklahoma real quick for something. Everything's okay, I promise. I just got to go. My mom, she's simple. She don't pry. So she was just like, okay. But she could tell something was wrong. No big deal. I made it past her. I packed my stuff, got out my scrubs, and quickly booked Southwest. Caught on the next flight to Oklahoma. I get to Oklahoma. My friend picks me up. And the first thing I tell her, I say, do you know where the girl lives? She said, yes. I said, can you drive me there? She said, yes. She drives me to the girl's place to show me where she lives. I wasn't going to engage with her. I just wanted to know where it was. And so she showed me where it was, and I was like, okay, thanks. And I said, okay, get me to his house. So she gets me to his apartment. He's not expecting me because I always call him on my way to work. So I will call, and I'm going to work. So in his mind, I'm at work. So he's taking a shower. He had a roommate. He's taking a shower. I knock on the door. Roommate opens the door for me. You guys want to hear this whole thing? Keep going. Okay.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay. Because I could be
This story is
detailed.
pretty long,
No, I've heard the story before. Don't worry. So
You sure you don't want a summary?
I'm getting.
Keep going. Okay. I just want to make sure. So it's like a movie. So I knock on the door. His roommate opens the door. Of course, roommate's our wife. You know what I'm saying? So happily lets me in. So he's in the shower. So I go straight for his room. Noticing how my pictures are nowhere, by the way.
Right.
Because again, he's not
Confirmation number
expecting
one.
me. And I walk straight to his room. The cell phone, the other one, is sitting on his pillow. I immediately grab it, look through it. I see everything I need to see, text messages, calls. No problem. I set it right back there and I sat down and waited, gathered myself so that I could be the perfect wife. So the moment he came out of the shower and he walks in the room, it was almost like his spirit left him and came back. But the first thing his eyes did was look straight at that phone. So I just knew that, but I acted like I didn't see the phone. So I was turned away from the phone. So he goes straight and like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Wow, I thought you said you were going to work. I was like, I just wanted to surprise you. So I'm playing all happy, like nothing's wrong. I just wanted to surprise you, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by this time, Sami probably figured out that he was dead.
PF,
Not yet. Actually,
not yet. He
Really?
yes. He walked straight to the phone, PF, slides that thing
the
under
stupid
his
part
pillow.
of me still thought I could.
He really thought he could pull it off.
I would have known you were. I knew you were dead.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100%.
He wasn't. At that point, he still didn't know. He really didn't. Slid the phone under the pillow. And then I was like, I really just missed him and I wanted to surprise him. So it was like, you want to do dinner? Let's go do dinner. And it's not unusual for me to come to Oklahoma and drive his car. So I was like, I'll drive. So he's like, oh, cool. At this point, did you? No?
I wasn't
Oh,
sure,
yes,
but
I
I
did.
was suspicious. I was mad.
But he couldn't have figured out
But I
what.
didn't want to
And you
leave.
had drive.
Yeah.
Oh, more you are.
I'm curious to see
bold.
where this is going.
Okay.
In my mind, a part of my brain is saying she knows, but I'm like, let's see where she drives.
And how? How would I know? You know what I'm saying? That's not
To.
something.
Yeah,
There was really no way
There was
for
no
me to know.
confirmation. I couldn't call
you know?
anybody,
Mm.
so I'm just like, let me play it cool.
Jesus is.
Yes. So I drive him.
And then she made the
while we're
turn.
going, so I start to
The
go,
turn.
and then I start as we're driving. He's, we're talking again. I'm keeping it cool. I'm cool at this. I've cried all my tears in Dallas, and I'd already decided that I was done, but I just wanted to close, make him know that I knew. So I turn onto her street, pull up in front of her house,
By this time,
and I turn to him.
Obviously.
I turn off the car and I turn to him and I say, "Is there something you want to tell me?"
You know that question is a question that when somebody asks
Can
you
you
that
imagine?
question, it's just one of those. Man says always, I don't know what you know, but
I
there's
don't know.
nothing I want to tell you.
Like, there's
Nothing
where
I
do I
want to tell
start?
you. What I want to tell you. I mean, I have to tell you.
yeah.
I don't want to
But
tell you.
PF, I wish he just told me, but he said,
There's nothing I could have
He
said
was
in
like,
that moment. You were still.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know where are we. What is this? Where are we at? And
I
I'm
was
looking,
trying to do.
and I'm like,
face
and I look at him like, bro, wrong girl, man, and wrong answer. I said, is there something you want to tell me? I'm going to give you one last chance. Then I switched. I said, who lives here? And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who lives here. So I'm going to ask you one more time, who lives here? And he's like, I don't know. I said, okay. Turn off the car, took the key, stepped out, went to the door. He did not come out of the car. I guess he thought I wasn't going to do it. I pushed the
No,
bell.
I knew you were gonna do it. There was no defense.
Why didn't you just Uber?
There was no Uber in that
Uber back then.
time.
We didn't have Uber. It was a small town. There's no
I know.
taxi, nothing.
Real small town, by the way.
I know.
I push the bell and a girl comes to the door. And when she does, I'm like, hi, my name is Tosin. I'm Sanmi's wife. And she's like, she wants to shut the door. And I held it and I was like, I promise you, I'm not here for any issues. I just need closure. He's in the car. I asked him who you were. I asked him what's going on. He won't tell me. Woman to woman, I just need you to tell me. I promise, no issues. And I said, can I come in? And she was like, she sort of hesitated and she was like, sure. So I come in, she shuts the door. He's still sitting in the car. He did not move. I don't know if it was paralyzed. What?
I don't know. I think I was just.
He did not move.
I was plotting my.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah.
I think I've heard enough. So this is the question that I want to ask you,
Yeah.
right? And this is a Tosin question. How did you go? And this is the question that led to this story.
Uh-huh.
How did you get from there to here?
Oh my God.
Because the reason why I say that is this. A lot of people go through what you went through,
Uh-huh.
right? And if we put it in context, right? I'm not trying to rehash the whole thing, but just to put in context.
Oh yeah.
You guys are married. You're 6 months away from a wedding,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have a very public relationship with your friends.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks you guys are couple goals,
Oh.
right? And then you find this kind of thing out. I know you. I know you're very emotional.
Oh, yeah.
You wear your emotions on your sleeve. If
Yeah.
something's upset you, know. How did you go from there to here? Because I can tell you guys something. Where they are now, it's still couple goals, right?
Yeah.
We were just
This is the glory of God.
it was just
Thank God.
we were just joking earlier with Esther about we had an event in church and my wife and I were supposed to kiss, right? And both of us, I mean, I'm old man, old school, ain't kissing nobody nowhere. And we're joking that Sanmi and Tosin would have cleared the whole table. They wouldn't have just kissed on the table, they would have cleared the table, you know. And I know it's genuine. I know it's real.
Oh yeah.
So how do you guys get from there right?
Oof.
Because I know a lot of marriages don't survive that. How did
Yeah.
you survive that? What did you do? Right? What did it take
Wow.
to survive that?
You're talking about 18 years because that was year 2, right? So it's been 18 years.
And then it was year 2.
Year 2.
Year 2,
Yeah.
earlier.
Right? How
Yeah.
did you? Because a lot of people are like, if somebody does this at this time.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was me.
And that was Tosin prior
That was,
to
that was
the
something I had
incident.
said all the time. If a guy cheats on me, we're done.
Right.
No buts, no ifs, nothing, we're done.
Right.
How did I get to here where we are now?
Yeah.
A big part of my healing was honestly the work he did. I always say that it wasn't really me who did a lot of work. It was Sanmi who did a lot of work. Like I said, he wasn't a Jesus boy when we met. So it's not like I was expecting Angel Michael or anything like that. But that incident, I told him it was over. I said, we're done. It made it to our parents.
Of course.
Because I went back home the next day and told my mom, call off the wedding, I'm done. And I had to explain why. And since I was done and I didn't care, I straight up told her. She calls his mom to say, this is what my daughter's saying. His mom calls him and tells him, get home right now.
Right.
He gets home, and in that season, I broke up with him. And when they finally sort of tricked me into meeting them, and they actually were trying to get me to meet him so he could beg and all of that, it was one of those, like, what I agreed to was, we're going to officially break up. And you would have to prove to me all over again that you can commit to me. You would have to woo me and pursue me the way you did from the very beginning. You would have to date me again. Now he was back in Oklahoma and he had to do that. I don't care how he did it, but in my mind, we were done and we were broken up. We just hadn't filed a divorce yet at that time. I was done with the wedding. I stopped planning. I stopped all of that. It was my family that was still hopeful and they were still like doing what they were doing. But he started intentionally being more like open and, you know, all the things that a guy would do to try to show you that I've changed. But more than anything, what happened, he graduated that June. And what happened was he then decided to give his life to Christ. That incident spurred that. And when he gave his life to Christ, he did it all by himself. I did not push him in any way. He went to all the classes by himself, you know, going on a Saturday. And this like old school way, not the ones they do now, you do online. He actually had to go, went every time, did the whole full workers classes, started serving in church. That was all me before, not him. Started serving, started teaching kids, did his baptism, just started doing all these things. And not just was he doing them, he started showing up differently. And it took me years. I'm not going to say it was an immediate thing. We did have the wedding eventually. By 6 months, he had already started, you know, showing fruits that I felt like, okay, maybe. And then, and remember, I told you, I loved this guy. I still love him. Oh my God. The way I love my husband, I'm sorry. I love him like Kilode. Like, that's the way I love my man. And I'm not ashamed. Unapologetically.
Unfortunately, she really is not ashamed. We're tired of it, but it's okay.
Unapologetically.
It's a lot. We've been around them. It's a lot, but it's okay.
But the thing is, I tell people I live in a Delulu land that I created myself, and I'm fine with it. It doesn't hurt nobody. So I'm going to keep it, right?
Mm.
And in that world that I live in, my husband is the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
I'm absolutely in love with him.
Right.
He's absolutely in love with me. And not that I ignore his flaws, but we can work through everything, and we can work through everything. Is how I fed myself.
Okay.
The first few years were hard, very hard.
For him and for you? Or
for me, I'm sure it was hard for him.
Imagine what
it
I
was
went through
very
the first
hard
few
for him.
years.
I wasn't kind. I was not nice.
Yeah. Right.
I was not nice.
Yeah.
And it was very, like I said, I'm saying it now and I'm laughing. But the first 5 years, if I try to even, if it comes to my mind, I start to cry.
Okay.
So we could be all happy, everything's great.
So
and
the reason why I because I've gotten to know 12 years. I mean, we've been serving together for
15 years.
15 years.
15.
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah, 16, 15.
Yeah. So I've gotten to know both of you very well.
Mm.
And I'll tell you this. Tosin does not know how to shade her feelings. Tosin doesn't. Tosin, if Tosin is upset, the whole world will know. It's also that she wants
Why
the
you
world
gotta
to
say
know.
it like that?
It's not that she wants the world to know. She's just not
You
the kind of
just know.
person
Yeah.
who can hide
Y'all making me
Her
look
feelings.
like it.
She's either 100 or nothing.
I mean, how we fight all the time, but we sort it out because and we fight because I know when she's upset, so I know that okay, there's fight coming, right? Somi is a
Easy
different person.
going.
Somi is easy, is laid back. So the question I want to ask Somi is this, right? Those 5 years must have been rough,
It was hell.
right? What made you change, right? So hear me out. What made you change? Because there's this question sometimes people ask: are you changing because you had been caught,
Mm.
or did you change because it was time to change?
I think both.
Okay.
I feel like two things can be right at the same time.
And one can be the catalyst for the other.
Yeah.
Being
yeah,
caught
absolutely.
can make you feel like, you know what the hell?
Yeah, and I'll go back to the beginning, right? I think my thought process. People always ask me this: what was I thinking in that season when all of that was going on?
The being caught or the
No,
having
it's the cheating part, the
Right.
having an affair part, and truly, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
And if I was thinking at all, and it sounds crazy, right? When you say
not
these
really,
things.
not really,
Yeah,
not really.
yeah. Because if you ask most guys, right?
They,
You
they,
know,
they
not
come up
to
with all-
excuse
they come up
anyone.
with all sorts of reasons, but
Yeah.
really, there was a babe.
Yeah, do you know that was what pained me the most?
It's like people
He had no reason.
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you, Tosin? Can I be honest with you?
Mhm.
And correct me if I'm wrong. What a lot of guys do is create a reason that is acceptable to the person.
To the person that they're talking, yeah,
to.
just so you
Right.
feel good.
Because a lot of the times, right, the babe was available.
So yeah, there was no thought process.
Yeah.
And if there was at all, this sounds stupid now, but it was, I'm about to go into the real world to be with my wife
Forever.
for the rest of my life.
So
I have a short window to.
the window closed when you got married. You didn't have
Right.
you didn't have a short
You didn't
window.
have a short.
I think because of the way our marriage was,
but because of the distance that we
it
had,
seemed like it wasn't a real marriage.
it felt like it was okay to just be stupid right now, because once you leave this place, well, guess what? You're really and truly married now.
I see.
In hindsight, that makes no sense.
But for me, you were not an altar boy before this.
I wasn't.
You were you were for the streets before
And
this.
that right there actually.
Babe, what was that your goal you had? When you...
No, let's not tell him about the goal.
I can imagine.
Why would I say that?
I can
out loud?
imagine. I can imagine the goal, but let's leave the goal.
Yeah, let's leave the goal
He's a
alone.
pastor now.
But you're right. I was for the streets.
Right.
I wasn't goody.
You weren't an
goody
altar boy.
two-shoes.
No, he was not.
Right. I was just a guy who met a girl who I was dead sure that I was in love with. And I knew that this is who I want to be my life partner.
Let me ask you a question. Sorry to interrupt you. And this is a question that a lot of people struggle with.
Right.
You love Tosin.
Yeah.
You have always loved Tosin. Tosin has never doubted that you loved her.
Right.
Well, let me not say she's never doubted. Since I've known you, I've never had, that has never been a conversation.
Yeah.
How could you love Tosin and still mess around with someone else?
My answer is going to be, it's going to be...
Because a lot of people think it's not possible.
No, that's what my answer is going to be, because I think people feel like, oh, you can't love two people at the same time. I don't think what I had for the other person was love.
Yeah.
But it could have grown to love if
Right.
I had stayed in that relationship long enough.
Right.
I think I'm maybe one of the few people that has the capacity to love multiple people at the same time. And I know that sounds crazy,
It does.
but it is possible.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's very possible. You let yourself enough.
People who marry multiple
Yeah.
spouses, they'll tell you they love all of them.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, and the reason why I ask you that question is because I agree with you, right? Is that some people conflate the love we see on TV
Yeah, with reality.
to reality,
It's
right?
not.
And social media. One of the things that I love about you guys is that you keep it real.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in your home, right? You know, I know when you guys are having rough times and when you guys are having good times. But one of the things that really impresses me the most about the two of you is that the rough times don't define you.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
don't define you.
Thank God.
You know, I remember when you were having your first child, after you just had your first child,
Yeah.
and the second one. So when we talk about how did you get from there, from that dance at the picnic to here, there's been a lot of
Oh
stuff.
my God.
A lot
ton.
of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with the girl in Oklahoma is just one of
That
It's
was
just a
even
piece, a
nothing.
little piece. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
It's,
nothing.
you know what I think I'm hearing from you is that there's a commitment that you make to each other,
Absolutely.
right? That overrides everything else.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Everything
And
else.
for me to finish that thought,
Mm.
I think I needed that situation to happen in order for me to wake up, right? Sometimes in life, you go through things and you just live in la vida loca, right? Everything is just your emotion. Sometimes you need something to happen to wake you up. That was my wake-up call. That was my wake-up call to know that I'm about to lose something precious to me. So I had to really sit with myself and my thoughts, and I had plenty of time to do so.
Yeah.
I could have said, you know what? I don't want to be with you anymore. Let's just scatter the whole thing. But I had to process.
Right.
What exactly am I doing? How did I get here? Are there some things in my life, there are patterns, you know, during that season?
He had never
I
been
learned-
monogamous.
Yeah, I'd never dated
One person.
up until I met
Me.
Tosin. Never tried it. Somehow it just never
There
happened.
was always somebody else on the side when he was dating somebody.
So there's so many
and when I met him, he
truths.
had a girlfriend.
Yeah. That's part of the story that did get told earlier.
Yeah.
Not to excuse it,
Right.
but in that season, I had to deal with all of those demons and all the things that I had brought into the marriage.
Right.
And that's what led me to Christ.
Right.
Right? And that journey of really getting to know the person of Christ showed me and revealed a whole lot of things that I needed to deal with.
Right.
And in the dealing
Right.
was what she saw as,
Right.
okay,
Oh my God.
there's a change.
There was a
true change.
real true change.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, clearly. And you know, this is the thing, right? With as a pastor, one of the biggest challenges that I have is saying to people that the fact that the person is flawed, right, does not mean that they're wrong. Right? You were flawed.
Absolutely.
You know?
Many ways.
I was flawed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Right? But if you have thrown him away, like a lot of people would have asked you to, like you maybe even wanted to,
Yeah,
right? You would not have what you have now.
absolutely.
And what you have now is one of those things that, I mean, at New Covenant House, folks look up to you, right? Because your marriage is an example of what a real marriage is like. Not like that nonsense we see on Instagram right away. You know, have you seen the Instagram makes marriage look like the easiest thing in the world?
Oh, tell me about it.
Like, seriously.
Tell me about it.
No,
And
how
it's
do you guys
the
feel?
lie of the enemy.
Yeah.
It's on purpose. I feel like devil intentionally curates those things so that people continue to fail.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we decided to go public with our story and go public with our marriage and start to tell, yes, you can have flaws. Yes, you can get to the point where you want to, you said, we're done, I'm divorcing you. Yes, there could be infidelity. Yes, there could be, I mean, I don't even know what else we've had. We've
many
had so many
things.
crazy things,
Yeah.
ups and downs. But if you truly choose to commit to each other and you see real change and the person is growing, it's enough to pause. At least pause for a little bit, wait and see.
Does it bother you that you were a catalyst for his growth?
No, I'm actually grateful to God.
That you were a part of his journey like that? Because some people will be like, I don't know, you have to go by yourself.
And PF, I think
Why am I the one?
that is actually a piece of our story that actually binds us together. I think too many people these days, going back to Instagram, they don't want to suffer with anybody. They don't want to grow with anybody. We're looking for finished products. There's no finished product on the market. You know what I mean? You have to get to the point. We have to get to the point where
Where we
okay
actually
learning.
become the helpmate that God created us
Right.
to be.
Tell them.
It's like you can't find a
Them.
finished product. If I was a finished product, man,
And it's not just that you are still not.
I'm
a
still
No,
not.
he's
Never
not.
will be.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
And neither is Tosin.
Neither am I. No.
Yeah.
You know, marriage is two people on the assembly line together
Yep. Choosing each other despite.
Yeah.
every day.
Every day.
Every
But we're both on
That's
the
what I
assembly
meant
line.
by growth when I said growth earlier.
Yeah.
Literally, evolving every single day.
Yeah. You know, we've talked about some of your challenges, right? But let's talk about some of the good times. You guys have had some really good times. Yeah. I saw pictures recently of you guys. You did your anniversary. You took a trip. You took a trip to Europe.
Yeah.
Seems like you guys, that's your thing. Taking trips.
We love.
It's very annoying because see, Tosin is our worship minister. And at very inconvenient times, she and her husband are on this. I don't even know at your age. What are you still doing, staying up and down?
PF,
You better come and serve the Lord.
are pouring into the love basket.
My love language is
God.
catching flights. I'm booking trips.
Why is your love language not Abula?
Actually,
No, that's his.
that's my love language right there.
Oh my God.
So whenever
But I
we
can
travel,
eat
we
that
find
anyway.
any African restaurant.
I'm the guy
for
that
him.
goes to France or
and is looking
Portugal.
for
And I go
amala.
and I look up the nearest Nigerian restaurant.
Really?
He does.
Absolutely.
He
Wow.
does.
Absolutely.
That's
After about 3-4 days, I need some.
So you guys travel a lot.
Absolutely.
We try to.
What does that do for you?
Oh wow.
Ooh. For me, it replenishes. I think we both work hard, but just the nature of the work that we do, it's quite stressful.
I work to travel.
And so it's important for us to take breaks. We try to do a trip at least once a quarter.
So, you know, sometimes people don't realize how important it is to pour into the marriage,
Oh yeah.
right? We're so busy achieving these goals, hitting these milestones, acquiring these things, that our marriages become a victim to of our success.
Yes.
Right? So we've got a lot of nice things to show for our life. You know, you drive a nice car, your kids are beautiful, they're doing well, you live in a nice neighborhood, right? A lot of marriages don't survive success, right? And it's because people do not take the time to invest in the marriages. The amount of energy we put into our education, we put into to building our businesses, put into our career, right? So is it possible for one to say that the things you went through, almost losing your marriage, right, made you more inclined to invest in it?
1,000%.
And usually the obstacle to investment are the men. We're the ones who think,
I don't have to do much.
Oh no, my last born behavior. I don't let him move.
She won't let me.
When we first started, he was like that, and I wouldn't let him because I'm a tinker. I'm a Tinkerbell. I'm constantly tinkering.
I know.
Yeah. She's looking for something that's wrong.
I'm constantly looking. What can we fix? What else can we do? How else can we pour? And over time, of course, 20 years now, it's become, you know, they say the longer you're with somebody, the more you start to look like the person or behave like the person. Now it's so funny.
Like
we've sort of almost not swapped, but blended to where it's like, it's like,
That's
it's the way we both believe. It's what we both believe. Yeah.
And you know, listening to this, you might be tempted to think that Sanmi and Tosin are alike. They are not alike.
No.
Nah, we're still
they're very different.
Deep down, we're very different.
No, not even deep down. You guys are very different.
We're our own person.
Sanmi is the quintessential laid back.
Yeah.
No stress.
He doesn't stress.
You know, you just see Sanmi everywhere with his cup of coffee, just taking. He doesn't gulp it. Never gulps. Just light sips.
Why would you gulp coffee?
There you go. You see what I'm saying? And Tosin is the one who
take in the taste.
has no time.
I'm biting through that entire burger as I'm walking.
You know, but they've made it work, even though they're so different.
Yeah, we're
right?
very different.
So this idea of compatibility is not equal to the sameness.
Oh, absolutely. No.
So you're not the same.
No.
But clearly you're compatible.
Yeah.
But that compatibility seems like something you worked at.
Yes, and the way that
very
I see
intentionally.
it is, I actually love the differences that we have.
Now.
It
never bothered you.
I embrace. No,
it did in the
I don't think
beginning.
Well, there was maybe a few things. I mean, when two people come together, right, from different backgrounds, there's bound to be a few things, right, that kind of just rubs you off the wrong way. But over time, I've learned to embrace those differences.
Embrace the differences.
Yeah.
Do you
understanding that we're
personality testing that helped us?
Yes,
Honestly.
that too.
We took a personality test once at one of the courses we went to, and it sort of highlighted very clearly our strengths in a our traits in a positive light.
Positive light.
Was it Simbis? Was no? Was it Simbis? It was it was
You
the other
actually
one.
sent us to it. The
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
one, the
yeah.
mediation.
Yes,
Mediation,
yes,
Yes.
program.
Marriage mediation.
And from
program.
that moment, and how long ago was that? It hasn't been that long. So again, it's not like we've been
just before the pandemic, or just after.
Right after.
right
Right
after.
after the pandemic.
So when I try to tell people that this is a constant work in progress, we didn't just figure out how beautiful our differences were and how they could work together until after the pandemic.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know, you guys have different personalities, right? And you're different.
Mhm.
You are very strong individuals by yourselves, manifesting in different ways. But you said something just now that I want to highlight on. Our differences do not make us incompatible,
Exactly.
right? And people tend to think that if we're not the same,
There's
right,
something's wrong.
something wrong. So I
Absolutely.
spend all my time trying to make you like me, and you spend all your time trying to make me like you.
Therein lies the
Right?
problem.
Yeah, and then what then happens is that you will destroy the reasons why God has put us together.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Right? God put you in my life because He knows I am weak in certain areas.
Yes.
Right? And He put me in your life because you're weak in certain areas.
Yeah.
So if you take away my weaknesses and make them strengths,
Yeah.
right? If you take away my weaknesses,
Then I don't need you.
I don't
Yeah,
need you.
You need you. And the way that I describe it is, I'm always thinking in the form of a corporation, right? If I'm the CEO and I have a COO, we're working together towards the same goal.
Right.
But our roles shouldn't cross.
Yes.
If it's crossing, then I don't need you in my life.
Exactly.
You're the COO. You do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Let me be the CEO. Let me do what I'm
Let
supposed
me
to
do
do.
my own part.
We
Yeah.
need those differences.
Exactly. We need those differences.
But we're
to
all
be
part of
relevant.
the C-suite, though.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, we're partners, we're equal, but we are different.
It's different.
Right? You guys, one area that I know that you're different is with money.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And this is an area that
Oh,
causes a lot
wait.
of problems.
Actually, explain that.
I want to hear what you think.
So
Because
Somi is the guy who his dollar doesn't fall to the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Somi,
then you're right.
Somi is very frugal.
I thought you were going to place it the other way. I'm like,
oh, no. I've been on you guys for a minute.
that's good. That's
Somi is
good.
very frugal. Somi is very laid back, but except when it comes to money. And let me, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. He's laid back with money. He just does not stress himself about spending money he doesn't have
There you
and
go.
doing stuff he doesn't need to do
Yeah.
with money, you know. So he has a great attitude towards money. Tosin, on the other hand, is not like that.
Yeah.
Tosin is
money is a tool.
She's a dreamer.
It's there to be spent.
Tosin is very meticulous about everything except money,
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
right? But you guys work.
Tosin wants to go on a trip and not have to check the bank account when she's on the
Absolutely.
trip.
Why?
She does not want to know what the price is.
Yes.
She's on a trip. She needs to just
Be a baby
exist
girl.
and just be a baby girl on the trip.
That's
I'm
the whole
counting
point.
and I'm thinking somebody has to pay for this when we get back. This is the amount we said we're spending on this trip. We need to stick to it.
And I bring up the money thing to highlight the thing about differences.
Yes.
If you were like Tosin, the plane, you probably would have bought a one-way ticket.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, get
yeah.
you there.
We
and
will
not worry
fly.
about
We
getting
will
back.
fly economy every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
because you are planning, right? Yeah, she can do the baby girl life,
That's true.
right? Do you resent his frugality or frugalness, or I don't know the right word?
No, because I'm also very self-aware, right? Like before you tell me what I'm bad at, I'll tell you I'm bad at
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah.
So I know my relationship with money, and I know how I see it, and I know I need him so that we have a roof over our head.
So you guys don't fight over money?
Not necessarily. We compromise in a very. It's usually like, okay, we need to talk about it, and I know you. Like now, he hasn't booked my birthday trip, and he knows I don't like being here for my birthday.
Her birthday is in February.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I trust God that he will.
Glory.
There's some things I push for because they're important, and there's some things I just let slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will push for February.
Okay, we'll be pushing with you. So I mean, be a man. Step up.
Pray for me.
God.
No,
got
but
you.
I'm realistic
God
now.
got me.
If I'm realistic,
Oh no, absolutely.
No, she's quite realistic, and we plan when it comes to money.
we do plan.
We
Thanks to Sami.
we think.
Thanks
and we
to Sami.
plan.
No, the
and we
plan
come
is
together.
actually me.
No. When it comes to money, it's something.
You know what's funny?
Mm.
So initially, earlier on in our marriage, I thought that it was the role of a man to run the finances of the home.
Mm.
So I took that on.
Mm.
But I sucked at it. Because I'm a Oh,
Yes.
I sucked at it.
But you have a better attitude.
Better attitude, but his overall personality, like you said, is laid back. So he cannot be bothered about when is the bill due.
Yes.
It's not that the
Clock
money is
it,
not in the
clock
account,
it.
though.
Yeah. The
That's
money is
the one I
there.
learned.
But
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here worrying
He's
about
not.
it. or
So
thinking
it'll
about
come and it'll pass, and he didn't pay it.
Yeah.
Not because the money was not in the account,
Yeah.
but he just cannot be bothered
What?
And guess what? Let me blow your mind.
because he needs a COO.
I have a finance minor.
Really?
Yeah.
But he sucks at
Well,
it.
you know, the interesting thing is this, right? The only thing that has shocked me tonight is that laid back attitude.
Yeah.
Right? It works for keeping the money. It doesn't work for.
Managing it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
It only shows up when we are
Money's
having
going
budget
up.
meeting. Yes.
Yeah. When we have budget meeting, when we
Yes.
have goals, things we need
Then
to
he
hit.
starts talking about what we cannot do.
Okay. So practical tips.
Yeah.
Practical tips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to hear one practical tip to having a successful marriage from you guys.
Oh,
One
gee.
each. Practical tip.
You want to go
Okay.
first?
I was going to say God, Jesus, but you said practical, even though that is quite practical.
I was
Right.
about to jump on you
Yeah,
there.
that is quite practical. And the reason I say so is because I truly believe, and I know it sounds very cliche, I truly believe that if I don't have Christ,
He'll still be in the streets.
if I didn't pursue Christ the way that I pursued it, there's no way we'll be here today.
Right.
I can tell you that for a fact.
Right. There's a question I meant to ask you. Those 5 years that Tosin was giving you hell for the infidelity in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We're talking about a year after Oklahoma, 2 years after Oklahoma, 3 years after Oklahoma, 4 years after Oklahoma, 5 years after Oklahoma.
Kids are coming, by the way.
Right?
This time.
And you know, you guys are being intimate because we're seeing the children.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she's still giving you hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How did that make you feel?
Horrible.
Why didn't you tell her that?
I felt like a word I can't say on camera.
Okay, so why didn't you get an attitude about it?
You know, I did sometimes.
You never showed it to me if you did.
Yeah. So
Not to me. Maybe you went to the bathroom and did it.
the posture that I had was that
Yeah, his posture.
I was the offender. You can't be the offender and then now making demands. It doesn't make
So
sense.
you did the crime.
Absolutely.
So
You
So
have
he
to
did
do
his
this at the
time.
This is the time. And again, keep in mind, I had a lot of talking to myself before I decided, you know what, I want to truly pursue this woman the way I should. That meant, and I know the person I'm dealing with, she can be petty, super petty. I knew she was going to give me grief.
I've outgrown it too.
She's better. She's better now. She's better now. But it comes out every now and then. The point I'm making is I knew it wasn't going to be easy.
Right.
So I knew what I was signing up for, but I was committed
Right.
to seeing it through.
Right. The reason why I bring up that is that, you know, we do this. Tosin and Sanmi have run our marriage ministry at a certain point. Now they have their own podcast, their own marriage ministry that they run called In Sync.
In sync, yeah.
In
Absolutely.
sync,
In sync
sorry.
marriage. Yeah.
No, that's correct.
In sync.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Uncle said In Sync. In Sync.
In sync.
Tomato.
Well, and the reason why, because, you know, you meet people in different walks of life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that is the biggest problem now for a lot of couples is that somebody was unfaithful.
Yeah.
Right? And there are times when that infidelity, the only solution is to end the marriage.
Yeah.
There are times,
Yeah.
particularly when one person is not repentant.
That's it. That's what I was about to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it does not mean the marriage must end.
Yeah.
Right? It is not an automatic end to a
Oh, yeah.
marriage.
Infidelity
Yes.
is not an
Right?
automatic.
It's not an
over.
automatic death knell. Yes, the Bible says
You can.
you can, but the
Yeah.
Bible also says forgive.
Forgive.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Right? But a lot of the times, I get really frustrated with entitled men.
Mm.
When you are unfaithful, right? And I've never encountered this with the women, so I say men. When a man is unfaithful and he's repentant for 20 seconds,
Yeah. And he expects
and
that
he
to just
expects that,
Why you still mad?
turn around and
right? And I'm not saying this from a self-righteous place. I'm not saying this from being a perfect man,
Mm.
right? But dude, man, you did the crime. And you're not the one that's going to determine the time.
exactly.
The person you offended is going to determine how long your punishment is going to last.
I've
And
talked
it's
to
not even
guys.
punishment.
It wasn't
necessarily.
punishment.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not punishment.
It wasn't
It's just
punishment.
how
Time
long
it takes to
gonna-
heal.
It takes to heal.
I
That's
didn't know
what
how
it
long
is.
it was going to
And
take.
I meet guys after a week getting entitled, like,
Yeah.
I already said so. I'm like, bruh,
Mm.
If she did this to you,
how long would it take you?
Oh no. Do you?
the
Yeah.
whole village.
Men don't stay through infidelity with their
Some
wives.
do.
Some-
Really?
some-
I
some
would
do.
love to meet a man who.
I can introduce you to.
I would love to. I want to talk to him.
I can introduce you
Yeah.
to a couple.
I want to talk to him because,
I can
in
introduce you to a couple.
general,
And I'll tell you why. I can. Society has done us bad,
Yeah.
right? When a man is unfaithful, and I think it's also one of the reasons why women don't stay. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
So
We allowed it.
the humiliation of it sometimes forces the woman to leave,
Mhm.
yes.
right? Everybody knows that the guy messed up,
So
and everybody's looking
how
at.
would I look at? Yeah. What
everybody's
are you
looking at
gonna
her, right? When a woman is unfaithful,
do? The guy
the guy
doesn't
is
tell
not.
anybody.
He's not telling anybody
Because it's like it depicts on him.
for whatever reason.
Or whatever. Yeah.
They, men see
He's
it
not-
as
he's not telling
they
anybody.
failed. Yes.
No, it's not just that. It's
Really?
that guys are not as vocal.
Yeah. We're not going
We're not going to sit down and be
Yeah.
talking. Women will sit down with their friends and say, "Look
Yeah.
how my husband did."
But you
And-
know, I
and-
was gonna
and-
say that's something that also helped me. PF was
You had good friends.
no. I only told one person.
Ah.
Other than the girl who
You're
actually,
very wise.
other than the girl who told me,
Yeah.
I only called one friend that night because I was looking for a lawyer.
Okay.
And to God be the glory, her only thing was, Tosin, be patient. Don't rush this thing.
Pray.
Just pause a second. She knew him and she was like, just be patient.
That's
And
fine.
that's
I
it.
hope you're settling her regularly. No, because you know, I say that because I've seen situations
Yeah.
where who you tell
Matters.
determines what you do.
when- Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
tell somebody who is vindictive, right, who carries
Yeah.
This-
Someone is matter.
No,
you know-
this if you cheat is
Mhm.
over mindset.
right, or
then-
you meet somebody who is actually thinking about you
Mm.
and the future, somebody who's been alive for a minute,
Yeah.
right, somebody who's, let's even say, full of the Holy
Or
Spirit,
has experience.
or has
Out
experience.
of all your friends, actually, that friend is actually probably one of the most mature.
She's
all
very
your friends.
mature.
Right.
Other than that, the moms, I'm also grateful to God that both moms,
Right.
when they found out, until today, my mother has never treated them
Never
any
had a conversation
different.
about it.
She's never even acted like anything ever happened.
So you know what I'm beginning to realize, right? You had some good people around.
We
you.
did.
Absolutely. God used them.
A
We
lot
did.
of the times, right? People, this happens, and this is why you don't know about men who have had to deal with infidelity, because guys are not talking,
You're not talking.
Mm.
Yeah.
right? If a guy talks, maybe one guy, maybe one
Out of
guy,
how many?
and the guy he will tell, he knows that this guy is going to give me good advice.
Yeah.
He's not just going to, look at that, my husband, he's a dog. I mean, look at that, my wife.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
That's
gonna-
why you're the only one that knows
So
PS.
most likely-
because they
Yeah,
come tell the
yeah, they'll tell the
pastor.
pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But women, and this is not a diss, they have community
Yeah.
that they have to share these things with. So by the time 10 women know,
It's difficult to
Now-
now,
now you
come
have
back
to
and say,
decide.
oh, sorry. You know,
Yes.
secondhand offense is worse,
Thank you.
right?
Yes.
So now is to walk that back, even if you choose to stay with him and you love him and you want
oh
to
my
love
God,
him.
you have to deal with
Now,
their
the
disdain.
second, yes. You're
How-
now worried
how
about how
could-
they're looking at him or how they're looking at you. And now you can never speak how beautiful your marriage is anymore because they're like,
One of the things that, one of the reasons why America, I
Yeah.
think I could be wrong, please. I think why Hillary Clinton could never be president of this country
Yep.
was because she stayed with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
When the whole Monica Lewinsky
and that
thing.
sort of is a sign
No,
of
it
weakness.
was a huge topic when she was campaigning.
Yeah.
A lot of the female constituency in America always brought that up and said, how could she go back to that man who cheated on her? And so they're not voting
Sign
for
of
that kind
weakness.
woman.
So sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about suffering in silence. It's about actually seeking for wise counsel.
Wise counsel. Yeah.
Somebody who can tell you, look, this guy, you better pack your bags and leave
yeah.
because
This is a habit. This is a pattern. It's never.
He's not
He's not
repentant,
repentant. Yeah.
right? Or somebody who will tell you that, you know what, this is a good guy,
Yeah.
right? And this was a mistake. I don't know what you want to do, but these are things that we have seen.
Yeah.
Right, so women are always asking that guys would never tolerate
Yeah.
it.
And the
You don't
idea,
know.
the one that gets me the most, PF, is this. There's a saying, once a
Cheater.
Once a cheat, always a cheat.
Once
or
a
whatever.
cheat, always a cheat.
So
It sounds good.
once you are rude,
If there's no
if you are rude,
Jesus,
if
if
you are
there's
rude
no
once,
Jesus,
No, two things can be true. Jesus,
Two
there are
things can
people
be
that,
true. I think there are
no,
people
no,
who
no,
have-
no.
Like a real
No,
capturing of
no,
your heart.
no,
babe,
no,
I
I
think
don't think so.
there are people who live on planet Earth who have better discipline
Oh yes.
than those of us who are Jesus followers.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
two things. There are certain areas of my life where without the Holy Spirit I cannot.
Yes.
Mhm.
I cannot. When it comes to avocado, I don't need the Holy Spirit to not eat it. No, it's not a willpower thing
Meanwhile,
for me.
I eat avocado every day.
There you go. So the point I'm trying to make is that there's some things, right, that without the Holy Spirit you can't.
Yeah.
And there's some things that some people,
Yeah.
they don't need the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Just this. Some people
Right?
just have
doesn't
it
make them
naturally.
good. Now they think because they don't
Need
eat
the Holy
avocado
Spirit,
or they don't need the Holy Spirit to not eat avocado, they're better than the people who do.
Mhm.
Actually, in some cases we are.
Yeah.
But but you get my point.
I get your point. Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys have been awesome. Yeah. You guys have been awesome. This was a very interesting conversation.
Yes.
Kind of went a different direction than I thought it would.
I know, right?
But I think it was good.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Thank
So,
you, thank
guys-
you for having us. For those who want to, get more of our story, who want to learn more about us,
And there's more to their story. Oh. This
there's
one
a
is
lot
not.
more.
There's a whole season one.
This is a fraction.
Yeah.
These guys, if we were here to tell them the whole story, we'll be here until tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Alas.
Check out our podcast, In Sync Marriage. It's on YouTube. It's on
Spotify and
it's on
Apple.
iTunes. It's
Can
everywhere.
you spell in sync?
INSYNC. In sync.
Marriage.
In Sync Marriage.
Being-
Yeah.
Being
Sync.
in
Absolutely.
synchronization. And the reason why I asked you to spell it because some people can Google and
The musician, the band, the boy band. It's not the boy band.
Sorry, it's my accent. Eh?
Oh no. And if I want to throw shade, I'll throw shade. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
but
very-
go-
You don't do subliminal.
No.
Unfiltered with
I'm
his
not
shade.
filtered. On this podcast, I'm on
You
Twitter.
like it? I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Throw
it.
it.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for having
us. We had
This was
fun.
awesome.
Good time.
And by the way, I will be on your podcast.
Yes.
We'll be filming soon.
Yes,
We'll be filming soon.
that should be fun.
Yes.
Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. If you know anybody that is going through any challenges in their marriage, I want to recommend Sanmi and Tosin. They are a great couple. They have wisdom, they have knowledge, and they have understanding, and they have experience. And they are full of the Holy Spirit. So check out their podcast, In Sync Marriage. It will bless you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Unfiltered.